Hello there, I'm Professor Damasi.
And I'm Professor Hart.
We're biology professors here at MCPHS, and we both teach during the first year biology sequence. And we wanted to welcome you to the course and to the college and talk a little bit about how to do well in your first year biology courses. So Bio 1 and 2 are really important courses. They lay the foundation for many of your upper level courses. And we really want you to learn during this course because it's going to be important for your upper level courses and for your careers.
Yeah, some of the things that we end up talking about in immunology, which Professor Damasi teaches, or genetics, which is what I teach, is really definitely begun. Some of that learning is begun in the first year. So we'll go at a faster pace and a lot more in depth in upper level courses. And that's true, even if you don't take our two courses that are upper level, it's true in all of the curricula. This foundational first year biology sequence is really important, so that you don't start to get overwhelmed later on.
So we want to talk a little bit about how to do well in your first year biology courses.
Yeah, and a lot of times, there is a certain degree of memorization in biology, but what you'll see is there's going to be much less of that in the college level than maybe you had in high school. And that's because, things change a lot in science. It seems like almost every week or every day there's some new discovery as well as some new challenge. And so what we really want to help you focus on is not just necessarily a basic memorization of facts, but really to help you develop problem-solving skills, critical thinking skills, your analytical skills. And those are actually really great skills to develop because they not only will help you in upper-level classes, but they're also really going to help you in your healthcare careers in the future.
A lot of students who have come from high schools where they've taken maybe AP biology or they've taken anatomy and physiology, some of those students do very well here once they get here. We tend to use the same textbook that they use in AP biology. Some students haven't taken biology since ninth grade of high school, and that's okay as well. What we want to make sure you do when you get here during your first year biology sequence is that you don't just try to cram the material in right before the exam, because there's a lot of material in this book. We cover a lot of material. And so we don't want you to sort of chug the material in your head and just forget about it after an exam. You're going to have to apply that material throughout the whole year. The things that you've learned, you're going to build upon throughout the year, and like Professor Hart said, build upon in your upper level courses.
So for many of you, kind of the key to really absorbing the information and processing it and understanding what we're trying to teach you is going to be note-taking. And that's why we really emphasized this on the website that you're on right now. We really have seen through a lot of research in how students learn, how people learn, that the process of note-taking really hones a lot of really important skills. Listening skills, right? You have to process what someone is telling you. You have to write it down in many ways. You have to, before you write it down, think a little bit about what makes sense to you and what doesn't make sense to you. So it is something that is actually not just helpful for biology, but for pretty much almost every course that you take, really learning how to listen to the information in class, take notes, process it in your brain, and then maybe also fill in your notes a little later after class, because you're going to find that one of the big differences between high school and college is the amount of time you're going to be expected to learn on your own by yourself. So those notes become a really important tool so you remember what happened in class and you can really deepen and reinforce your understanding of those topics.
You're only in class with us 3 hours a week, and so we really cover the high points of the material, but you're expected to do a lot of the learning on your own. And something we've heard in the past with students who struggle during their first year, this is a very common thing I hear from them. I didn't need to study in high school. High school was pretty easy for me. I didn't study too much, and I did really well. And when students get to college, that doesn't work anymore because you really need to do a lot of work outside of class time. And so during those hours when you don't have class, you are expected to open up your textbook, do the reading, answer homework questions, prepare for exams, learn the material on your own. And we're here during our office hours, and you can come and talk to us and ask us questions. Before and after class, you can talk to us. We have great tutoring for biology and supplemental instructions where an upperclassman will actually go over the material, hold these little review sessions every week. So these are great tools to help you do well in the course.
And that is actually my own experience when I was a college student. One of the things I noticed in high school, the people who tended to get help were the people who were really struggling at the beginning. But in college, in many ways, the people who actually seek help and are proactive and don't procrastinate are the ones that actually do really well by the end, because once again, the expectations are so much higher. The way that we try to encourage you to think is on a higher level typically than a lot of high school classes. So, overall, the kiss of death is really to procrastinate, is to think that, oh yeah, maybe a day or two before my exam I need to study. No. Really, the next day after a particular topic is covered in lecture, it's a good idea to review your notes, and then maybe a few days later, and once again building on that knowledge. Otherwise, you do get this sort of, your brain can only handle so much in a short period of time. So be careful of the procrastination issue.
I think that's all we want to say right now. And so we
good.
look forward to seeing you when you arrive here at MCPHS. You can come introduce yourselves to us, and we look forward to teaching you during your first year biology courses. All right.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.